Hello all, thank you for checking out my Jang cedar tutorial video. Today I'll be covering the JP1 series, which is the single row push behind Jang cedar. In this video, I'll be covering what the Jang cedar is and what it's used for. I'll do a quick overview of the hardware and then go through the steps to properly setting up the cedar for your seed choice and desired spacing. The Jang cedar is a precision cedar, which means if set up properly using the right seeds, there should be minimal to no thinning. This makes the Jang cedar especially good for crops like carrots and beets, because if you can get your system down, you may never have to spend tons of labor hours thinning those crops. The catch, however, is that the cedar won't work with irregularly shaped seeds. Buying pelleted seeds will work best with the Jang cedar. So this is the assembled cedar. You've got the hopper, which is where you put in your seeds and choose the correct roller that goes with the seed type and spacing. Below that is the chain case, covering the gears and the chain that will also determine spacing. This is powered by the front wheel, also called the drive wheel, and the rear wheel is what tamps the soil over the drop seeds. Also below the hopper is the furrow opener that can be adjusted to the depth that you want, and behind that is the soil covering plate. So in order to set up the Jang, there are three questions you need to consider: the shape of the seed, the size of the seed, and the desired spacing. So once you've picked your seed, you need to match the shape of the seed with the roller. There are end rollers, for example, that have large scoop shaped holes for sowing beans and corn, and there are smaller round shaped holes in LJ rollers for beets. The manual and sources online will help you match up your seed shape with the correct roller. The next consideration is the seed size. One way to do this is to use the lid of the hopper, which has measurements of the seed width in millimeters, which will correspond to a letter that's on the roller. Or you can find the information in the manual and look it up online. The important part to know is that the seed should be small enough to stay flush with the top of the roller and large enough that only one or two seeds will fit in each hole. This ensures that the cedar won't jam if the seeds are too big, and you won't sow too much because of too many seeds fitting into each hole. The last consideration with the seed roller is the spacing. The number on the roller is the number of holes in the roller. So the higher the number, the more seeds it's going to drop, making the spacing closer. Once you've picked your roller, before you put the hopper back together, adjust the brush that only the desired amount of seeds are exiting the hopper. It's a good idea to put a few seeds in the hopper to test it out. Once you pick the roller and adjusted your brush, you can reassemble the hopper and place it back in the cedar. The other determination for spacing other than the hopper roller are the gears that you use. So open up the chain case and you'll see two gears. The front gear is rotated by the drive wheel, which moves the rear gear that turns the seed roller. On the chain case, there's a chart that will tell you the gears you'll need for the spacing you want. First, know the number on the seed roller, which is the number of holes on the roller. Then look into the highlighted area for the spacing you want. For example, if you want 2.5 inch spacing with a 24 hole roller, I have two options. I can either use the rear 14 and the front 9, or the rear 14 and the front 10. All the other gears are kept on the handle of the cedar if you need to switch out, the number being the sprockets on the gear. It's easiest to place the front gear in first because you can more easily rotate the rear gear into place. Lastly, you can adjust the depth the seed is sown by adjusting the furrow. Just unscrew the bolt to raise or lower the furrow. And that's just about everything there is to setting up the Jang cedar. When using the cedar, walk at a slow pace, around 2 miles per hour. This helps against any skips in the seed roller. And if you do everything correctly, it should look a little something like this.